We try to find things out, but I mean, that's kind of one of the beautiful mysteries, if you will, of television. It's sort of this, unfolding Pandora's box. Not just our show, every show, because writers may have a plan and end game, all this stuff, but how they sort of get there, like life, is changeable and is a variable by the network and by how that audience responds and all of these things. So, I mean, we'd really like to know some information, and sometimes we ask, and sometimes they come and they say, "Hey, do you want to know this?" And we're like, don't tell me. But no, we don't know. And
so polite of you.
That I'm good. I'm a diplomat. And but that actually has been kind of a good thing for the character of Audrey, because she doesn't know, and she doesn't have a clue about anything, and anything she does know ends up getting ripped out from underneath her at any given time. So it ends up kind of working out, because I get just as pissed off as she does. I feel like I live in this tiny town, and everybody else knows what's going on, and I'm never told anything. And I'm asking everybody, here's the mean part, and nobody will say anything.
It's a
and they
really
just look
fun
at
game,
each other a lot.
Because they actually tell me everything.
Exactly. See?
No, I'm kidding. That's not true at all.
I know.
There are two very distinct schools of thought in Havenland. There are those in the camp of the actors shouldn't know anything. We should surprise them every day. And then there are, well, I think pretty much just the actors on the other camp.
That only the actors would be in the other camp.
In the other camp. No, and Sean Pillar, one of our executives, Sean Pillar. He does it. We think that we should know everything because it's our job as actors to create
the layers
and the suspense, and know that if we're starting here and going there, that we can weave ideas in and out and reveal a little bit or to hold a little bit back. That war has not been won or settled yet.
That don't always happen.
That's not how we're around here, okay? You know what I'm saying?
So we try our best, but...
Where did that accent come from?
I don't know.
We were doing Russian earlier.
I know.
Can we do the rest of the interview with the Russian accent?
Both those questions bring up a larger thing, which is mythology shows and shows of mythologies really seem to have taken off with modern audiences. Why do you think that is?
I honestly think it's because of technology. I mean, to be truthfully honest, we don't really live in a world now where you really have to tune in every single week. And, we are very rarely...
But you should.
You should. You should.
Live.
You should. Because we're still in a ratings world where that matters. But, I mean, I think by the nature of how television has developed, like, it used to be really important to get those single viewers that would, like, I know, it's like a... I know, that's crazy setup. But it's not like you're flipping the channel and you're only going to stay on that one. Like, now you can get a season and you're like, oh, I want to watch that whole season. It's like reading the whole book instead of just being like, oh, I think I'm going to like this chapter or this chapter or this chapter. So I think the long-form storytelling, I mean, television is in its golden age in that sense, So we're really excited that our show is getting to lean more towards the mythology, but I think people that want, the little individual stories of the week, they get that too.
This was brought up in panel, but the one thing that slightly disconcerted me was watching Audrey's show Terror or Fear, because in the season premiere we see her actually afraid by this man who's kidnapped her, and I thought, well, hasn't she been kidnapped before? And then in the second season, then we actually see her almost crying and she's afraid, and Duke goes up and gets a screwdriver. I'm thinking, he's the cop with the gun, shouldn't she go to see who might be coming? So how do you feel about this new development in your character?
I love it. It was one of the main things that was presented to me when I was there sitting trying to get answers from our writers was what's her arc this season? Where's she going? And I didn't really get anything, except for that there would be an external threat and something that would really shake her up that she would feel was always around. And how does she handle that threat? Instead of her just trying to figure out her mystery of herself, like, how does she react when there's something actually not just going after people that she can help, but her specifically, you know? And I think it's interesting. I mean, it happens in her apartment. It happens in a place that she's safe, right in the backyard of, you know, one of her best friends. And she is used to being protected in a sense, and all of that's stripped away now too. So I really, of course, as an actress, love that opportunity to show that side of her.
Where would you like to see the relationship between your two characters go or progress?
I think this season really gave us a taste of that. Why are you being all bashful?
I'm trying to be.
Coy?
No, yeah, calculated, careful, cautious.
I want to hear you answer this question.
Well, no, I think there was you're going to see, I mean, we already know where it's going. We wrapped filming the season, so I'm trying to answer this question without already knowing.
Right.
I know exactly where it's going, but in saying
I know, because I'm like, there's some spoiler information in here.
You wouldn't want us to, though. Everybody thinks they'd want us to.
I don't want to be spoiled, but I mean,
yeah, but
you know.
The thing is, Duke and Audrey's relationship is going to change drastically over the next even few episodes.
We already started seeing the beginnings of it.
Yeah.
But in also knowing where the season went, I gotta hand it to the writers again. They've now kind of really just opened up this new door, and the potential of where it could go, I honestly don't know, and there's a lot more space and places for it to go, actually. So now thinking about your question, being able to remove myself from knowing what I already know about this season, I would like to really see these characters have to make a choice.